Bitch, wait, gotta play it big. Big house, big lake, big. Fuck nigga might hate. One more time, man. We back with the biggest podcast in the day. I'm with one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, ATL legend. You hear me? My big brother, my father figure sometimes, my OG. The list goes on, man. You know, one of the first artists of LaFace Records, if not the first. You know what I'm saying? Original Highland Place mobster, Chip, Theophilus Glass. What's up, my big brother?
Man, you about to make a motherfucker cry like a bitch. Hey, man, thank you, man, for having me on your podcast, DJ Westside. I've been doing this, boy, since Moby Dick was a goldfish, Godzilla was a lizard. Understand me? We want to talk about the politics and the haters and the ATL.
We're going to talk about everything. You know, knew me since I was 13, 14, man. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a kid. So, just talk a little bit about growing up in the hood, man. You know, we from the same hood. We from the West Side. So, you know.
Shit.
What was it like back then?
Shit, man, I'm a Grady baby, man. Understand me? I remember the Pink Pussycat when they had go-go dancers in the windows. I remember when Simpson Street, Putt Place, that motherfucker was called Split T, had 4 go-go dancers and big women. And a go-go dancer, see, a lot of people don't know. Back then, I think Georgia was a consolidated government, Atlanta, Georgia. So Georgia was like being in Italy, the red light district. Georgia was like the red light district. Prostitution, strippers, ballet dancers getting naked. That shit been here. A lot of people don't know. Playhouse magazine was here in Atlanta, Georgia. On Peachtree Street, they shot Larry Flint with a high-power rifle, like John F. Kennedy. And he moved, I think, Penthouse magazine, he moved it to Chicago from Atlanta, Georgia. He started right here. And that's why Atlanta strip clubs can strip naked. That shit, it's been written in the Constitution since 1600s.
That's some history for y'all niggas.
Yeah, and then, see, we had Charles Disco. It was called the Pink Pussycat. And had the strippers in the window. A glass window. We little boys, we can see this shit on our bicycles, got them big wheels, tricycles, they dancing in the windows, even at the stores. The stores even had a booth with go-go dancers. Whole Peachtree Street was like Hoe Ave, and it was big old mansions. Man, Peachtree Street had so many big old, beautiful mansions all the way down it. And guess who owned them?
Who?
Black people. We built Atlanta. Atlanta, a lot of people don't know the history of Atlanta. If you Google what state was called Darktown, they're going to say Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia was called Darktown because everybody in it was black. Sherman stopped burning it down because he seen so many niggas. And they went on Auburn Avenue. And the whole Confederate Army, that part that was following Sherman, and that was big soldiers. The black women gave them baths, goddamn pig feet, collard greens, fried chicken, everything. They parlayed, they stopped burning down the black neighborhoods, and they just kept on kicking ass going down south until all the way to the Mason-Dixon line. And, you know, I don't know how Sherman turned out. I don't know if he was killed or if they were overtaken. But when they got to Atlanta, it wasn't number hospitality. Understand me? And if you go right now on Auburn Avenue to the King Center and you go look at the old houses that are still standing from that war, they got old ass pictures with that man with that big ass camera. Boom! Taking pictures of them in front of the house, the Confederate soldiers. Sherman himself. Yeah.
That's a whole history lesson for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Whole history lesson for y'all, man. If you didn't know, this is some shit that I ain't even know, you know what I'm saying? You just put me down on some shit. So, Chip.
I think he had some babies because on Simpson and Ashby, it was a family that was called Sherman Gas Station, Sherman Liquor Store.
I remember Mr. Sherman.
I remember Mr. Sherman. I know him. I knew his brother. They looked like identical twins.
Yeah.
I remember when they bought the gas station area, my house was right next to the gas station, 344 Ashby Street.
Yeah.
I stayed in that house. Right there, it was Ida Soul Food, Mr. Brown Barber College, and a little apartment complex. Right there where that Chevron gas station is. I remember when I was a little boy, Sherman gas station used to be on the opposite side of the street on Simpson Street.
Yeah.
So I remember when they tore that motherfucker down, demolished that, Sherman moved to the opposite side of the street and Mr. Brown's moved up by the dollar goddamn general Great Savings.
See, I remember I used to come home from Herndon Elementary, and Mr. Sherman had the gas station right there. I used to come out there and just get water every day for no reason.
And had the 617. Goddamn, it got burnt down, man. The 617. What was the name of the little hot dog place at the end?
We talking about Country Kitchen.
Country motherfucker kitchen. What's the lady name? What was her name?
Miss Carol.
Miss Carol used to give me free hot dog when I was a little boy. And for some, I used to love butter beans. Her and Miss Ida Soul Food, they used to always give me free butter beans and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, man, that's some player shit that y'all didn't know. That's some real Atlanta shit. You know what I'm saying?
Place where you get them old dudes. That's why I wear Stacey Adams. The old dudes used to wear the Stacey Adams. The shoe shop right down up under the 617, and you had the little paraphernalia shop right there where the go-go dance used to be at. Hey, and while you bullshit, it used to be a window thing coming off of the 617 with the go-go dancers in it.
Shout out to 617, man. So
shout out to Miss Reese grocery store. Used to be the Yellow Store. The Reese family, Henry Reese, Miss Reese.
The original Yellow Store.
Yeah, the original Yellow Store, and they still own it to this day. They be renting it out to the Mexicans.
So man, shout out to the Mexicans. We fuck with y'all. So
tranquilo, mi hermano.
Nigga crazy.
Understand me?
So Chip, man, you grew up in a family. You come from music. So what was it like, growing up in your household, man, having your father being the guy who found Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know this, but
my dad name is Theophilus Odell George. He found Jimi Hendrix. And he was on the chitlin circuit with, believe it or not, Dick Clark was a young boy. He said Dick Clark was a young boy. I think he was a runaway or something, goddamn. Dick Clark got on the chitlin circuit with him, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, what was his name? He just died. Damn it, a legend too, man. I think of his name, but all of them was on the same little tour bus. They called it the Chitlin Circuit. And believe it or not, my dad was the first artist signed to Stack Records.
Stack Records.
Theophilus Odell George. He was the first artist signed to Stack Records. And Isaac Hayes was the producer. He was like 18, 19 years old. He played trombone, saxophone, every goddamn brass instrument. And he played piano. And he produced one of the first songs of my dad, The Biggest Fool in Town, Stack Records. And it was a bunch of little songs my dad had out, man. And they were traveling that chitlin circuit. And Dick Clark was the guy when the police or they were being harassed by people. Dick Clark would say, "These my niggas." So, hey, man, my dad, they used to call him the master of ceremony, MC, Gorgeous George, called him the sharpest man in the world. Understand me? And he worked with the Isley brothers. He used to, prep and make the clothes for Mr. Big, Ernie Isley. You know what I mean, man? Hell yeah, heaven yes. Heaven yes.
So you came from music, man. It was kind of in your blood before you even became a musician yourself.
And my mom was a singer. Lily and Joanne Lyons. Everybody know about Joanne Glass. My mom went to Motown. Barry Gordy wanted to sign her, but she was shy, and she didn't understand the ropes. And, she had the chance to go to Aretha Franklin house, kick it with Aretha Franklin, everything, and go on the road. You know what I'm saying? I think she did some stuff with Ike and Tina Turner once. Because if she saw any kind of flaws or bullshit, she was shy. She got the hell on. My mother came up singing on the same stage with Gladys Knight. They went to the same high school, everything. She used to, I think her boyfriend was one of the Pips. Robert Guest, I think that's his name, Robert Guest, the Guest, and I know the Guest family went to Third High with me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, my mom was singing motherfucker under the table. Ah, do re mi fa sol la ti do nigga. Yeah, she'll go get him. You know what I'm saying? Boy,